I use a payroll standard. I follow a process. If I didn't follow that process, then I would miss something out.
Hi there, Tom here from Gemmadocs, and check out this great clip of how British Rototherm, and especially their head of people, Heather Griffiths, have systematic processes to ensure their values and behaviours around lean are a reality in their company.
And I think then going forward, we moving on to Toyota 2-3 years ago, that was another big jump up for us as well. I think here with the culture here, and we look at our Roto system, the culture here works. The reason it works is because it's led, as we know, by leadership and Oliver and the leadership team, because you have to lead the way forward there. Totally here, we've got total respect and continual improvement. We know that by having continual improvement in all areas, you build that lean culture. We don't set people up to fail. It's not a blame culture. You know, it's never the person that's wrong, it's the process is wrong. Something in the process is not working, which is why it's causing defects, failures, etc. We've worked really hard with the culture. I must admit, when I joined as head of people a couple of years ago, it was a challenge, and I think Oliver probably wouldn't disagree with me on that. We did have a lot of perhaps toxic people, people that weren't sort of engaged with that culture. So that's what you have to do. You have to have the right people, and certainly go forward when we now recruit, we do spend time testing that cultural fit, because it's better to have somebody with the right cultural fit, and then you can work with them, grow and develop them. We want somebody with that growth and mindset.
Yeah. Heather, how do you test for that culture fit?
That's a good question. I think when you interview somebody and have that initial discussion with them, we do ask a certain few sort of key questions. I think you can tell straight away by how they answer. I have it, I often ask people how they handle different or difficult or challenging people, and you can tell, and when they start talking, it's quite clear that they understand how to treat people, because it's that respect, and how to handle difficult situations, and you can tell straight away whether they've got that sort of growth mindset, on how they answer all their questions for that matter.
So you're like looking to find that growth mindset, is it there or not?
Yeah. We would rather employ somebody that has perhaps less knowledge of the job, technical knowledge of the job, but somebody with that growth mindset, because that's the most important thing for us going forward.
Beautiful.
Yes. We don't want people to fail, we want to make it easy for them. So then we created the org chart with roles and responsibilities. So it's on our rotor now.
Oh wow, this
even
is so
just
cool.
Expectations, right? So every team member knows exactly what is expected of them. The role of the leadership, expectation and leadership. We've got a big org chart, and there's a brief job description of roles next to your job name, so everybody knows who's doing what. So that way, nothing gets missed. Everybody takes ownership, because if you don't take ownership, that's where you're going to fall down. And dual ownership, as we know, is no ownership.
Somebody said that we know.
It's true, isn't it? Because if you've got dual ownership, then it's like, well, you doing it? Am I doing it? It's confusion. You're setting up somebody to fail. So I think we've done a lot of work with the org chart, put names on the org chart, and make an absolute clear expectation of what we expect of the leadership team and team members. When you think about it, you can't argue with facts and data. So I'll have somebody saying to me, I think I've got a team member who's had a few lates. I look at the TNA system, the time and attendance system, they haven't actually. Facts and data show they haven't, but actually somebody else does have. So it's so important, facts and data, you can't argue facts and data. We also learned about standard work. As we all know, you cannot improve if you have no standard, because you're all doing it differently. I use a payroll standard, I follow a process. If I didn't follow that process, then I would miss something out. Or if I get in the wrong order, I can't go back and resubmit HMRC submissions, for example. So it's important I follow that order. We also, I think we learnt from Toyota, because I think I went on the course I did go, of course, with Tom and Stuart. Good day, bad day, because as we said earlier, if you're having a bad day, actually that's okay, because you know exactly what you're going to fix. If you're having a good day, you can become a little bit complacent. Oh yeah, I'm actually okay with that. But no, bad days, this is where we're going wrong. And of course the big thing for us, we were taught PPS, practical problem solving, which you can do as much in the front office as you can on shop floor. I think people often think it's shop floor. No, it's not, it's front office. Clarify the problem. Payroll constantly runs late. It doesn't, I hasten to add. If it did, I would start breaking down the problem. What is the problem is, and is it going to be late submission of forms? Is it going to be, sorry, Stuart, is it going to be IT issues? And then you would break from a process. And we teach our people to break down the problem.
The Toyota teach you on this PPS.
Yes, yeah. So that was a big thing they taught us. And the other big thing that we learned from Toyota was the Andron. Again, you talked and Sam did a great learning this morning on the Andron.
Did a great job.
Yeah, but when you think about it, it's such a powerful tool because I use it as well. I've got an Andron light on my machine. Now, admittedly, I don't have a group of people running to help me. What I've got is every time I'm stopped with an interaction, this one might sound familiar to you, wherever the question is, that's what the answer should be there, or that's where the improvement should be. So every time I'm asked a question, I keep a log of it. If I'm asked the same question several times, that's what I need to improve, so that people have that information, so that it's not going to be an issue for you. So it's such an important tool, part of our stability, our visual management on our roto house. Obviously the committee whiteboards, cards, and also links to where you find the information. We haven't got as far as QR codes, but that will be continuing improvement.
Yeah.
But if I'm not here and my backup says Oliver, Oliver knows to come to this. He knows the reds that needs to be done this week. We know which number it is, but also he knows exactly where to go to find that process. So you can follow that process.
That's a common, the Gembadox guy here. But that's a common thing. We actually have a red-green card. You don't have to use the exact one, but it's a really common thing that our customers have all the tasks like that with the QR code for the standard. And it was going to be one of my improvement suggestions because, you know, even clean the training room.
Yeah.
My teenage son's version of that versus my wife's version of that might be quite different, and just having those standards clarified, just not having the answer where the question is on the card.
Absolutely.